I think every veteran should be able to do or enjoy something like that.
As our VNL Cares campaign continues, we're reminding you of our partnership with the Honor Flight of North Dakota and Minnesota. We sat down with a man who went on the Honor Flight with his father, who tells us that's how he learned stories that otherwise he may never have known.
He was, I think, a pretty badass guy there, you know, by the sounds of it.
That's Jay Donnelly talking about his father, Tim, and he's not wrong. Tim enlisted in the Army as a teenager and served in Vietnam from 1963 to 1966, earning countless medals of valor and heroism.
He was very quiet about the whole being there and what had happened and things like that. I mean, he shared very few stories, you know. Probably heard the most stories when we got to go to the supper and stuff that was part of the trip.
That trip was the Honor Flight. Tim and Jay took the trip in October 2019. Tim passed away from lung cancer 6 weeks later at age 74.
Some of the stories he mentioned when we were right there. I mean, he said his first day when he was in Vietnam, they loaded up a helicopter, and there was, I think he said 8 people in the helicopter, and they went up in the air and got up about 500 feet or whatever, and the tail rudder fell off the helicopter, expelled the people that were in the helicopter, ended up crashing all of it, right in front of him, and it was the first day he was there.
Jay says the Vietnam Wall was the most eye-opening part for his dad, finding the names of men he pulled out.
I think for him, it was something that gave him some closure and stuff. We had some really good time, or good memory stuff kind of at the wall when we were, he was viewing a few friends and things like that he had wanted to see and wanted to find on there, and then kind of started realizing that, there was more and more names and stuff as we went down the list. Very humbling too, for somebody that didn't have to go through any of that and experience any of that. You don't really have that understanding of what they really, really went through.
We've made it easy to give to the Honor Flight. Just scan the QR code on your screen to help more veterans like Tim get to experience Washington, D.C.